There comes a moment in every life when excuses run out, when the weight of your current reality presses so hard against your chest that you can't breathe the same way anymore. That moment is not your breakdown, it is your awakening. Because being broke is not just a condition of money, it is a condition of thought. And the day you realize that, truly realize it, is the day everything begins to change. You were not born to live small. You were not designed to wake up tired, chase survival, and fall asleep wondering what if. Somewhere along the way, the world convinced you to shrink, to play safe, to doubt your instincts, to trade vision for comfort. But comfort has a cost, and that cost is your potential. Look at history. Every titan, every visionary, every architect of greatness began where you are. Uncertain, underestimated, often broke. But what separated them was never luck. It was not connections. It was not perfect timing. It was the decision to master the one thing most people ignore, their own mind. Because your mind is not just a tool, it is the factory of your future. Every result you see in your life right now began as a thought. Every limitation you feel was once accepted as truth. And every breakthrough you desire is waiting on a single shift in belief. If you believe you are stuck, you are. If you believe you are capable, you begin. This is where transformation starts, not in your bank account, not in your circumstances, but in the silent conversations you have with yourself when no one is listening. The world will mirror whatever identity you accept. So the question is not, why am I broke? The real question is, who have I been choosing to be? Clarity is your first weapon. Without it, you drift. With it, you dominate. What do you actually want? Not what society expects, not what fear allows. What do you want when all doubt is stripped away? Because a vague goal produces a vague life. A clear vision, burning, undeniable vision, bends reality in your favor. This is the principle that great minds understood. The same force that turned ideas into empires, dreams into industries, thoughts into revolutions. They didn't wait for opportunity. They created it by holding a vision so strong that reality had no choice but to align. But vision alone is not enough. You must believe. Not casually, not conditionally. You must believe with a level of certainty that makes doubt uncomfortable. The kind of belief that doesn't break when things go wrong. It gets stronger. Because let's be honest, things will go wrong. You will face rejection. You will feel misunderstood. You will have days where nothing works and nights where everything feels heavy. But that is not a sign to stop. That is the test. That is where most people fold and where you must rise. Resilience is not built in comfort. It is forged in resistance. Think about it. Steel is not strong because it avoids pressure. It is strong because it endures it. And you are no different. Every setback is shaping you, refining you, preparing you, but only if you choose to see it that way. Because perception controls power. Two people can face the same failure. One sees defeat, the other sees direction. One quits, the other adapts. And over time, that difference compounds into completely different lives. So when life hits you, and it will, don't ask, why is this happening to me? Ask, what is this trying to teach me? That question alone separates the average from the unstoppable. Now comes discipline. The bridge between who you are and who you want to become is built on what you do daily. Not occasionally, not when you feel motivated, daily. Because motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. But discipline is a decision. It is showing up when it's hard. It is doing the work when no one is watching. It is choosing growth over comfort again and again until it becomes who you are. This is where most people fail. Not because they lack talent, not because they lack opportunity, but because they lack consistency. They start strong, then fade. They dream big, then settle. They want results, but avoid the process. But you cannot cheat the process. Every great success story is built on invisible days. Days where nothing looked impressive. Days where progress felt slow. Days where quitting would have been easier, but they didn't quit. circumstances lose their power over you. A mindset that says, no matter what happens, I will find a way. A mindset that turns obstacles into fuel, pressure into purpose, pain into power. And here's the truth most people avoid. No one is coming to save you. No perfect moment, no magical opportunity, no sudden breakthrough without effort. The responsibility is yours. The power is yours. The decision is yours. And that should not scare you. It should liberate you. Because if your life is in your hands, then so is your transformation. You don't need permission to rise. You don't need validation to begin. You don't need guarantees to move forward. All you need is the willingness to take control of your mind, and through it, your destiny. Gratitude becomes your anchor, not because everything is perfect, but because you recognize the power of what you already have, a mind that can think, a body that can act, a chance to change. That alone is more than enough to start. And as you grow, you learn, you study, you adapt, you evolve. Because the world rewards those who improve, those who stay curious, those who refuse to stay the same. Every skill you build, every lesson you absorb, every mistake you learn from, it all compounds, slowly at first, then suddenly. And one day, you wake up different, stronger, sharper, clearer. Not because life got easier, but because you got better. And that is the shift. That is the moment you cross the line from broke to unbreakable. Because now it doesn't matter what you lose, you know you can rebuild. It doesn't matter what stands in your way, you know you can overcome. It doesn't matter how long it takes, you know you will endure. Your confidence is no longer based on outcomes, it is rooted in identity. You are no longer chasing success, you are becoming it. And once that happens, there is no going back. Because an unbreakable mind cannot be defeated. It cannot be controlled. It cannot be limited by circumstances. It creates, it adapts, it rises. So make the decision right now. Not tomorrow, not someday, now. Decide that your past will not define you. Decide that your struggles will not stop you. Decide that your future will be built by intention, by discipline, by relentless belief. Because the truth is simple. You were never meant to stay broke. You were meant to rise, to build, to conquer, to become. And the moment you master your mindset is the moment your life becomes unstoppable.